Good morning. Welcome to another Toolbox Tuesday. It's a little bit earlier today. I've got a busy schedule, so I wanted to chime in a little bit earlier today. It is a beautiful snowy day here in the Comox Valley. So wherever you are joining in from, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today's topic is projection, and this is something near and dear to my heart. It seems that most of these conversations, actually, let's be real, all of these conversations are about stories that I have either lived through or experienced, and I think that's why I enjoy doing this so much. I am a true believer that we can grow together through the opportunity when we share our stories. There is all of a sudden this sense of I'm not alone and I'm not the only one. So what is projection? What does projection mean to me? Projection is when we make decisions from fear and hurt rather than from the heart. You know, when we inflict pain rather than feeling the hurt. And Brene talks about our first families, you know, where we grow up, in the homes that we grow up in, and how most the common driver of hurt and fear starts in those places. I know I'm very well versed in projection. You can ask my children and my husband. It's something that I'm not super proud of, but when I choose not to look inward and be open and vulnerable about the things that I'm moving through, you know, I can't grow if I don't acknowledge it. I can't grow and become a better person. So, you know, when I project, it's always because I'm in a place of anxiety or fear. One of the things that I know, like for example, when I started my Toolbox Tuesdays, the amount of anxiety, which I still feel, when it was like coming up to like almost 10 o'clock and the kids were like making some noise, or, you know, people weren't being respectful of the fact that I was going to come on live soon. And all of a sudden there I was being really angry and projecting my anger and shitting on everyone. Be quiet. I'm going to do this. Oh my God. But why? Why can't instead I just say, you know, I'm going to be going on live soon. I'm feeling really anxious. I'm feeling like I'm feeling really anxious. Can you guys please just respect that I'm feeling anxious and carry on with your stuff, but please be quiet, instead of blowing up and being angry, projecting my anger, projecting my anxiety and making everybody else wrong. You know, one of the things, so Marty just was here for holidays for a 12 days set. And we had so much fun. There was Christmas parties and foosball and yoga, and the kids had sleepovers, and there was so much fun. We got lots of stuff done. And what I notice is that when Marty's transitioning, going back to the mainland, all of a sudden there's this sense of, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be back on my own again, and oh my goodness, you know, this piece around, yeah, like abandonment almost. Let's be real, that's the word. And all of a sudden I'm feeling really disconnected, and I'm like, instead of asking for what I need, I start projecting. You're distant from me. Why are you not talking to me? Why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? Projection, projection, projection. But what if in my projection and blame, which, we point our finger, blaming you, your fault, if I notice in my blame and pointing that there's actually 3 fingers pointing back at me? What if I notice that it's my anxiety and my fear and going back to those old stories that's causing me to project? But what if I just actually ask for what I need? And for me, a hug goes a long way. All of a sudden, I feel grounded. I feel my breathing slow down. I feel connected. I feel safe. I feel heard. It goes a long way. But that's a vulnerable place to be. One, asking for what I need, which is a new story I'm trying to create. And it takes courage. It takes being vulnerable. Courage to do something different. Courage to admit that I'm projecting my fears and anxiety onto my family. I guess many of us have been through difficult times. We have painful family histories, there's trauma, there's childhood illness, and many of us are in the middle of difficult situations or know friends that are in difficult situations, whether they're going through a family divorce, whether their kids are dealing with some mental health, maybe there's some physical illness within the family or close friends, or a health crisis. It's not about taking away the fact that these things aren't happening. It's acknowledging that we're going through these difficult times. And it's about choosing to make decisions from the heart rather than a place of hurt. I had a situation. I was working the other night, and there was a situation where a woman had left something at work, and her sister had come to pick it up for her. And through the discussions, I found out that there had been a death in the family. And when this woman phoned to ask to pick up her device, there had been a miscommunication around who was picking it up. And that woman was so incredibly angry with me and yelled and screamed and yelled and projected her anger onto me. And I could have took that on, but I remembered that she had just gone through a death in her family. And I remembered that we're all going through stuff. And so I just tried to hold space for her and say I was sorry for what she was going through. And it was amazing to watch her come down from her anger, because I wasn't mirroring it back to her. I was just holding space for her. And so I guess, when we can admit that we're projecting and admit and be vulnerable and open to the fact that we all have needs, and it's okay to ask for what we need. When we push down our feelings and deny what's going on for us and pretend that everything's okay, we end up hurting the people around us. We end up hurting ourselves, because the hurt that we project just gets mirrored back to us. And then it creates more hurt and more upset. And I know, because when I'm feeling anxious, I become more distant and more hard. But when I know and acknowledge it, I can allow myself to become soft and make decisions from my heart. So it is my belief that it takes a lot more courage to feel the feelings, admit the struggles, than projecting them onto other people. So when you're feeling that pointing finger of blame, look back. There's 3 fingers pointing back. Take a deep breath and go, what do I need in this moment? What do I need in this moment? So enjoy this beautiful snowy day. Sending lots of love to all of you. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Take care. Bye for now.